Hello, welcome back to Pokémon Omega Ruby. Oh wait, 3, 2, 1, menu, B, right, left. Ahem, welcome back to Pokémon Omega Ruby. This time, we continue with the Delta episode. I actually had to look at the previous video's ending to remember exactly where I needed to go. Even though I actually recorded this not too long from when I recorded that, surprisingly enough. I occasionally miss the feature of Pokemon Black and Pokemon White that told you what you had done last time you picked up the game. Both because it would have helped me out in this instance, and because it got kind of funny after all the game story was over. It was like, you turned on the game. You went to the Pokemart. You bought 198 Ultra Balls. You left the Pokemart. You walked 17 steps east. Etc. It kind of ran out of important events to keep track of. Anyway, we're supposed to go to the Moss Deep Space Center, I believe. The closest place to space. Probably not actually true, because there's probably a big old mountain somewhere. Good times. So, the plot was Mega Man Battle Network 4, and by that I mean there's a giant meteor crashing into the Earth, and, well, not yet, but there will be, and there's a problem. You must be Brina. Mr. Steven Stone told me he was expecting you. This way, please. That almost makes me think his entire last name is Steven Stone. I don't know what his first name would be then. Professor Cosmo, if I may interrupt you. Oh, Brina, thank you for coming. And you brought the meteorite shard with you. Well done! And we handed it over. I was rather surprised to learn that you knew the professor. You really do seem to make connections everywhere you go. Well, that's just because I'm the protagonist. Now then, Professor, could I ask you to explain once more about the current plan? Indeed, please come this way. This is a computer monitor. Pretty rad. I imagine that you've heard some of the situation from President Stone already. Our current plan involves using the infinity energy within our rocket, combined with the life energy of humans found in keystones. We will start off by artificially replicating the massive energy that is triggered at the time of Mega Evolution. We will fire the energy produced from our rocket into space and create a warp hole. By creating a warp hole in the path of the incoming meteoroid, we hope to be able to transport it somewhere far away from here, thus dooming an entire other civilization that we know nothing about. As a matter of fact, this technology already exists and has been incorporated in some of our commonly used devices. I think you know what I mean. The panels that spin you about and then out you come, warp to another spot. I imagine you've stepped on a few such. Did you really need to explain warp panels that were in Pokémon? An audacious plan, and using such technology, you would... May I ask exactly where the asteroid will be warped to? Well, we're not entirely sure, but we do have a device that links the warp holes. We've named it the link cable. Tish. But there's no need to worry. Based on our theory, we can at least guarantee that we will be sending it far away from our planet. However, we realize that we will need more energy than originally anticipated to control the link cable properly. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but with one more meteorite shard. Door sound. Oh hey, it's Zinnia. Nice! So this is the heart of the famous space center everyone talks about. Pretty impressive, huh, Aster? Murmur. Excuse me, young lady, you can't just let yourself in here. Oh, where's the harm in it? Don't be such a stick-in-the-mud musical note. Right? Who are you? You're no sightseer. You got a unique model. Oh me, we do seem to keep running into one another. You are a busy gal, Brina. Who are you? What are you doing here? Me? I'm Zinnia, just your regular old tourist, nothing more. Dreaming of taking a little trip into space? Heh. Oh, I see. So this is what has come of human technology and of hope and blood and sweat and tears and... Well, the list gets kinda long and boring, but it contains everything, huh? I know all about it. About just what kind of energy you're using to fuel this rocket thing. The abominable technology humanity first thought up 3,000 years ago. So, you're once again planning to claim that this is the best for humanity, or the best for the whole darn world. It's a snap of your fingers to repeat the sins of the past. Worse, if what I overheard is true, this time you're about to commit an error more abominable than before. Tell me, would you rather we sit here wringing our hands waiting for that meteoroid to strike us? Ha ha ha, laughter. What's up with that? You're a pretty simple guy for a former Pokemon League champion. Oh, way to rub it in. Then I guess I'll hang my hopes on what our current champion will have to say. So how about it, Brina? What do you think? Do you have some better idea? No? But yes. Really? Well, that's promising. You have to tell me so we can set these guys straight. Look, I'm not here to criticize the way you guys are looking at this, but I want to be sure you thought this through well and good. You know, there are necessary sacrifices, and there are unnecessary sacrifices. What a disappointment. This is the best you could do with all your knowledge and technology? Nonsense warpholes that explain an unneeded... Instead of trying to make something out of nothing, you'd rather repeat the mistakes of the past straight up? Now you're gonna add new mistakes on top. That really takes the cake. You guys need some imagination. Dots. Oops! But you were all in the middle of a conversation or something, right? Sorry about that. I guess we'll just let ourselves out then. Come on, Aster. Whisper noises. Well, Steven, that lady has a theme song and everything, so I think we better listen to her. Who is that woman? The way she spoke to us, it's almost as she came here for some kind of confirmation. And yet, I feel as though I should know her from somewhere. Steven detects a plot twist. Ah, Professor, forgive me. I believe you were trying to tell us something before that woman interrupted us. Yes, you see, in order to complete the warp hole, we'll need another meteorite shard, an extremely pure one. We should head to Granite Cave once again? No, the kind of meteorite shard we need this time can only be found at Meteor Falls. Meteor Falls! I see, perhaps we will learn something there. I will head to Meteor Falls at once. Follow as soon as you're ready. I feel we might discover even more than a meteorite shard there. Yeah, Zinnia will probably be there and she might explain the plot to us a little bit. Actually, hang on a second. That girl who passed by, I was petrified by the overwhelming strength I could feel from her. Don't worry, she doesn't even remember how to use her Megastone. I think we'll be able to complete our preparations if we can get a meteorite shard for blah 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 blah. One-track mind, Mr. Scientist has here. The plot track mind. Now then, Meteor Falls. Where was that again? Ah, this is always the fun part, isn't it? Cave of Origin, Shoal Cave, Secret Islands, pointless. Up higher, Safari Zone, Miscellaneous Card. There it is. They finally made flight even more convenient in this game, I guess. Now we just need HM moves that you can overwrite. Or maybe, like, I don't know, some alternative. Maybe Pokemon can have up to 6 moves, but you can only have 4 active ones? Perhaps? Well, I guess I should use the Repel again, so that I don't run into, whatever is here. Lunatone, Solrock. By the way, in the anime, Solrock's voice is someone, like, moving their finger along their lips rapidly. I've learned this recently, and I thought that you should know. I wonder if I'm supposed to use Waterfall to get to the plot. Because, like, I remember that this waterfall leads to where you get Bagon, who evolves into Shelgon and then to Salamence. But I don't know if the game expects me to go here for plot reasons. It would kind of make sense in a way. Nope, it's just people. This is where we Dragon Tamers do our training. The champion even visits. Now do you see how special it is here? Well, it's pretty. You're probably pretty bad at video games. I mean, Pokemon battles. I mean, you've got a Flygon. Flygon... I like Flygon. Flygon should get a Mega Evolution so that it has something on Garchomp, because they're the same type and Garchomp only exists to be better than Flygon in every way. This is a rant that Kit has probably gone on at least 5 or 6 times. I'll ask poor Flygon. We barely knew ye. I mean, you've only existed for like 3 generations of Pokemon games. Urgh, I didn't expect you to be so strong! The road ahead remains long and harsh. When will my Pokemon and I become the best? For starters, you could have more than one. This is a novel concept to the majority of the trainers in this universe, I understand. But... ah well, even if we're not supposed to be here for plot reasons, I might as well be here anyway. My muscles are trying to tell me something. They want me to battle you! Lady... yeah, okay. Oh, Mineshaw. Mineshaw's a neat Pokemon. Is Mineshaw just fighting type? I think it is, but I honestly kind of forget if it has a secondary type or not. Like, mentally I'd want to assign it Psychic, but I know that it's not part Psychic. It's probably just fighting. Anyway, that's what Leaf Storm looks like. Hope you enjoyed that. I remember it being like a leaf tornado originating from the Pokemon. My muscles are crying! Okay! You go ahead and say those words. After I strengthened my core muscles to the max, I became able to hear their voice. Leaving now. Okay. We've got another knockoff Lance over here. What do you want, buddy? I'm not into this costume. I'm a Dragon Tamer, though, so I have to wear it. Is there a rulebook for this? Dragon Tamer Dre. Hey, your name is part of the name of at least one Dragon Pokemon. Is that why you're a Dragon Tamer? Is this also in the rulebook? The Dragon Tamer's Illustrated Handbook? Dragon Taming for Dummies? Possibly both of those are mandatory books for the class on Dragon Taming. They probably cost like several $100s each because college textbooks are a ripoff. It's all a misunderstanding. Did you misunderstand your entire purpose in life? The Dragon Tamer uniform aims to appear prestigious. There are more than a few trainers who have quit being Dragon-type users because of their dislike of it. Really? Dragon taming sounds like a fascinating study, or like a research study. We're always battling our Pokemon against each other, so we're confident. It's been 50 years since we got married, and nothing can break our bonds of matrimony. I'm happy for you, but I don't think that's relevant. Old couple, John and Jay. And Jingleheimer Smith, no doubt. So, hey, there's a psychic and fighting Pokemon. The only one. Medicham. That's cool, right? That, and perhaps also this. Why not? Stanley's falling behind in level, I realized. Oh, you cheeky little, you cheeky, very large sumo man. I don't know if I can even kill you in one, apparently. I mean, like, Hariyama's pretty tanky, but I guess not that tanky. Maybe tanky enough to survive some psychic attacks from Medicham, because otherwise I think this couple's battles against each other would be a little bit one-sided. Time for some artificial experience injection. I should really have, like, switched Stanley to the front lines earlier, but... I'm a little bit surprised Hariyama didn't try to use Endure twice in a row. But not too surprised. Oh no, we lost, honey! Oh no, we lost, sweetie! It's okay. There's no reason to break your bonds of matrimony over it. Because if you did break them over something so petty, I'd wonder how you were married so long. Wow, 50 years of marriage. Come to think of it, I've never beaten my wife in a Pokemon battle. Well, there you go. I guess it was a little bit one-sided, wasn't it? Yes, in 50 years of marriage, we always had Pokemon battles whenever we got in a fight. I think he needs something. He needs one of those berries that resists psychic a little bit, maybe. Yeah, I did have to go here for plot. Awesome. Hey, Steve. Brina, we have the meteorite shard. And I have come to understand many things, as I suspected might happen. Time for me to share the plot dump with you. Allow me to introduce you to a generic old woman NPC. The honorable lady you see before you is a descendant of the ancient Draconids. Yes, I am one of the Draconid people. Would you like to buy the illustrated Dragon Taming Handbook for $15.99? One of these ancient folk tasked with passing down the knowledge of Mega Evolution, with the great lore of Lord Rayquaza, who was the beginning of all. Oh, he's a lord too, huh? Since times long gone, Hoenn has repeatedly suffered great disasters because Groudon and Kyogre have temper tantrums all the freaking time. At times, the destruction took the form of a huge meteoroid, which fell upon our land from distant space. It always falls on Hoenn? Like, never any of the other regions? At other times, the primal reversions of our own super ancient Pokemon brought us to the brink of destruction. Each time, Lord Rayquaza has saved us from doom. The chosen lore keeper, standing before a stone that shone with rainbow light, offered up a wish to the Great One, and Lord Rayquaza's body was suffused with a brilliant light and transformed. In its transformed state, Rayquaza's power was more devastating than ever before, overcoming even the super ancient Pokemon with all their primal power, and getting Mega Rayquaza into a tier above Uber, called Anything Goes. True facts. A rainbow-colored stone, an invocation from the lore keeper, and a Rayquaza unlike any ever seen. I see. It does resemble what we know of the process of Mega Evolution. Yes, it does indeed. A Pokemon, a person, a stone of power, the bonds that tie them all together. The transformation of the Pokemon that occurs as a result of this phenomenon was called Mega Evolution by later peoples. So the mechanism for Mega Evolution was discovered as a result of the first meeting between humanity and Rayquaza? But I have one last question. That Lorekeeper you spoke of. The Lorekeeper is the one who's inherited the knowledge and power to summon Lord Rayquaza when disaster imperils this world. The true Lorekeeper of the current generation is the one called Zinnia. Oh. The disaster that now approaches our planet, as it has twice before, Zinnia has been trying for some time to avert it in her own way. To draw Lord Rayquaza to our sphere, she joined a certain organization that sought to revive the super ancient Pokémon. She taught them the secrets needed to bring back these threats and summon the great dragon itself. And now it seems she travels the land, scouring the world for keystones. So it was true. As I suspected, that woman who appeared at the Space Center was one of the Draconics. But I never dreamed she was involved in the attempted revival of the super ancient Pokémon. That does seem kinda roundabout. In full knowledge of the power they held, fully understanding the terrible changes they would wreak upon our world. Still, she helped bring that situation about? Did she give a thought to the many people in Pokémon whose lives were put at great risk by her actions? Are we all hypocrites? Could she accept the inevitable sacrifice of so many lives in order to protect the planet from the coming meteoroid? Steven, did you hear what she told us about our plan? Balance must rule this world. History is doomed to repeat itself. Especially meteors, apparently. While our people have overcome many disasters in the past, it was always through great, great sacrifice. Yet we have continued to struggle to preserve peace for as many years as we can. This is how we've protected this world upon which we now live. People, Pokémon, all of nature. And yes, even you! I do not know exactly what you plan to do, but do you believe that you are not sacrificing anything for your own protection? Zinnia will follow her convictions to the very end, even knowing the sacrifices they will require. Even if the sacrificial blade is leveled at her own heart. This is getting dark a little bit. Dots. Is that right? I understand. Thank you for everything. What is this? This vague sense of apprehension. And my intuition has often proven true. You've said this before. Stop tooting your own horn, Jesus. I'm going back to Rustboro first. I have to get back to Devon. Alrighty. Are you just gonna recap if I talk to you? That silver-haired dreamboat said he was heading back to Rust. Okay, Steven's got old ladies with a crush on him. Got it. Not at all surprised, really. He's probably got ladies and men's of all ages having a crush on him. Well, at least that's what my intuition says. I don't know if it's as right as his. Roll eyes. Okay, so Rustboro. Rustboro. Yes, there's a cave entrance here. Exit. Whatever. Man, Meteor Falls is nice looking. It was boring in the original 3rd gen. It was just a cave with water in it, which many caves have in them. Is there something hidden over here? Or maybe down here? Well, there's another waterfall. What could it be? It's the other end of Meteor Falls. That's all. Anyway, back to Rustboro. I wonder if Zinnia will also be there. Actually, she was in Meteor Falls, so I'm a little bit surprised by that. I am good at reading maps. You can see this, you can see evidence of this in many of my past videos. Especially Castlevania ones. Cough. Right. To the big important looking building. Once more. Where... Ah, wah, 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 wah! Wah! Oof. Ouch. Ooh? You're that fantastic trainer who helped me before. Oh. Yo, geek! Ah, you gotta help me, please! Whoa, you're that kid trainer I met before. You're getting in my way again. I thought you guys were, like, done? Sigh. Team Magma's work is never done, I suppose. Because their work is stupid. And stupid people are never done. That, well, I guess I was intimidated. Mighty Ina, I wish you were good. Oh, and a Golbat. I don't care much about Golbat, honestly. Well, I mean, Golbat evolves into Crobat, and Crobat's pretty good, and I kind of like Crobat. And Crobat is always mysterious because of the second-gen rival man having one despite being a huge jerk. And I think I talked about that in the last video even. Or at least recently. Hooray for Joe. Yet another defeat! Tell me you're not surprised. Grr, am I destined to lose to you all the time? Wait, weren't you on, like, the other— What? What's wrong, Grunt? What? You again? Fine. Even though I know I can't win, I'm gonna challenge you for Courtney. Oh, I see. So Courtney is keeping the operation running, a weirdo robot stalker girl. No longer just an admin, but the admin, perhaps. Maxie's probably, like, doing some community service right now. Yeah, good luck there, Weezin. Destiny Bond doesn't do a whole lot when you use it second. Man, even wheezing looks kinda cute when it's asleep. Not as much as coughing, but... If Destiny Bond had priority, that would probably be banned from competitive play. Actually, does it have priority if your Pokemon has Trickster? Because it's not a direct attack, so I guess it must. Even though I knew I wouldn't win, it's still disappointing. Welcome to my opinion on fighting games. Sound the retreat! It's only good sense to save my own hide for Courtney's sake. Speed walk away. Oh, come on. I'm hungry, so I'm going back. Gah! Well, my stomach's ready for battle, because it's rumbling. This is just getting silly. How many of these guys in a row must I fight? 3 would make sense, so I'm gonna guess 5. Just to be safe. Oh no, that's super effective. Ugh. That's what a quad weakness will do to you, despite 10 levels difference. Consider it educational. Camera ups. Well. This can only go one way. I could have gone more than one way, but... Speaking of 10 level differences, Joe is 10 levels higher than Stanley. I mean, he has the other trainer experience bonus built into him. And now he's only 9 levels higher than Stanley. I'm so hungry! I lost, like I figured. I'm gonna go get some food on the way back. Next. No? Really, I'm surprised. Thank you, you helped me again. As my thanks, I'll give you another great Oh, now is not the time for this. We're in big trouble. Team Magma stole the control device for the link cable our company had been developing. It's a special tool called the Dimensional Shifter. The person who stole it was short and pretty, and she had a nasty look in her eyes. What shall I do? What would you do? What shall I do? They must have headed for the Moss Deep Space Center. Steven must have gone ahead to the Space Center, but I'm worried. Mysterious. Was Courtney short? I never noticed that she was particularly short. I guess she was about the same height as me, and I am a child, technically. Age-wise, in this game, not in real life. But, never noticed her as being short. Everyone's pretty much more or less the same height, kinda. Of course, I guess it could have been Zinnia in her Team Magma disguise? I don't know, man, but this has been going on for half an hour, so we are going to save and stop the video here, though I might continue to record more immediately after. Yay!